I'm currently in the second tube. I'm almost at your base, Havoc.
Okay.
He's in your base, killing your dudes.
Fuck. Are you live again?
I should be.
Okay. Well, I asked that because your stream just recontinued for me.
Woohoo! Alright, so at least now I know it works.
Auto saving. 5.
Das ist nicht gut.
Okay, so I need to go into the third tube?
Yes, go into the third tube, not towards the power, towards the other way.
Yes.
Interesting. I think I can see your position on the map.
Yes.
Well, saying is I can't see your position as a real person.
Yeah, my GPS tracker showing me you're in your house. I mean...
I'm just a figment of your imagination. I see you. So go left down the ramp.
Yep.
Okay. And just follow the pathway.
Yep. As I said, when you get to the bottom of the ramp, take a left. God damn it.
Sure that's what you want?
Well,
The Wrath of the Almighty on it?
Oh.
I'm attempting to get resources for my steel production so I can start getting...
I do not see them anywhere.
If you went all the way down the ramp and you took a left and they're not there?
Yes. Oh, finally found one.
Oh, when I was down there, there was 4 of them standing on the far left coal one.
Coal?
You took the wrong ramp.
Oh.
Took the long turn at Albuquerque.
Up
So
there?
if you come back up to the platform, run all the way to the end, take the ramp down to the right.
Ah. Okay.
I understand I didn't explain it very well and you don't know my base.
Yeah.
So, my apologies.
Got an apology out of you.
I hear that's rare.
Who told you this is rare?
No, it's just, you know, when you get an apology out of something, it means the person really feel like they fucked up.
Well, I took like 10 seconds out of his day. I'm not sure I really fucked up, but
10 seconds he'll never get back, man.
I was planning on using those 10 seconds.
One of my favorite lines from The Simpsons ever is when Apu goes on his first like break ever, and he goes and parties for like 10 minutes, and then comes back, and he opens the door, and Mole Man comes out, and he's like, "You wasted 10 minutes of my life. That's 10 minutes I'll never get back. I probably would have wasted it anyway," and just walks away. Just like, oh wow, that's a sad existence. Imagine being trapped, like locked in a store. As you're like, I'd like to leave. Why is the door locked? Why is there no lock on the inside to open it? Seems like a fire hazard.
Okay, so it's over there. I see. Oh, excuse me.
you are not excused.
Oh, sad day.
Why would we ever excuse you?
I see them.
Yay!
All of them.
Have fun, don't die.
Oh god. Oh god. Ah!
I got 2. Wait.
Did you just die?
No?
Okay.
He's like, damn, I was gonna loot your body. I mean,
What? What are you talking about? I'm not going to loot his body.
pick up the fight where you left off. That's what I was doing. Yeah.
Yeah, see? Okay, they're dead.
Yay. I can finish off my coal deposits in peace.
Rest in pieces.
I made Havok happy.
Oh, sure. Let's go with that.
What?
Less angry?
You disagree?
Yeah, I like the less angry more. Because as my friends would say, is Havok ever happy?
I
Truly
think
happy?
so. I think so. Because it's the little things in life.
No, Havok's never
It's
happy.
little things like winning the lottery. And wait.
That would make Havok happy.
Okay.
I
know
could
what would
use a
make-
couple $1 million.
The news shows up at your front door, right? And they just tell you that you won $200 million prize on a lottery ticket. You know you've not bought a lottery ticket, and you did not buy a lottery ticket. You have no idea why they think you have, but they want to give you $200 million. Do you just say yes? Do you try to figure out what's going on? Do you just assume you're never going to get murdered by the real ticket owner?
If I had $200 million, the real owner would never find me.
Private island. Yes.
Private island owned by a shell corporation of a shell corporation. Yeah.
Have you seen the movie Knives Out?
Yes.
The scene where the one guy's like trying to like intimidate her into giving him the money, being like, "Yeah, you might, find out about your status here, and it could complicate things. I could help you through that. I help you navigate it with all that money." And it's like, oh, so you're saying if I had all this money, I could do exactly what you would do with it, right? Well, yeah. So why don't I just do that with the money instead of giving it to you? Like, well, no, that's not what. No, it's like just the stupidity of the person's attempt. Like, yes, you give me all the money, and I can help you out with all that money. The power with that comes with that money. But if you have the money, then shit, never mind. Didn't think this through.
Now, it would have been better. It's like, we know about her status. I can get you involved with lawyer. Here's contacts. Some of the best
Yeah,
stuff.
just offered it right off the bat. Here's where you want to spend your money doing this. If you need future advice, come pay me for it. I mean,
it's like, but if you go about it that way, then you're it's.
But then you're not a one-dimensional character from a movie.
Exactly.
That's one of my things that I guess it's frustrating when I watch certain movies that are supposed to be clever movies, is when the characters are one-dimensional, and that's the only thing that makes the plot point for them work.
Yeah.
So you hate all the most recent Star Wars movies, then, right?
They're not supposed to be a mystery,
I haven't
really.
seen them.
Like, I guess some people were thrown off by who's like her parents and all that, and
Well, I haven't seen the last movie, so who the hell did they reveal her parents to be?
oh,
Darth
she's
Sidious
the
and
granddaughter. No, she's the granddaughter of Palpatine. So his son who's non-Force involved at all. He married someone specifically because of her the practicality of the fact that she might have Force-bearing children, and that she was also well connected. And then he ends up having no children with Force gifts at all. So the child, though, one of his children does have a kid that is Force sensitive and quite powerful.
Well, so while I agree that just basis, they might have the most midichlorians in the universe, whatever the fuck it is, I do not agree that Rey's the most powerful Jedi ever.
She's not.
She has no training.
No, they don't even say that she's the most powerful Jedi. They're saying that her and Kylo Ren absolutely have some sort of weird connection through the Force, where both of them have been given a kind of a natural Force ability from the fact that their parents used Force, someone in their familiar line used so much Force at some point it kind of literally affected the DNA. So they actually have some kind of weird connection, an ability to use the Force that is an oddity.
Well, at least from what I've seen, the quote-unquote power rankings that are given to them by Disney nowadays, I believe.
Yeah.
Rey and Kylo Ren are tied at like 10,000 more power rating than Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader.
Well, Luke shouldn't be that high. Darth Vader shouldn't be that high. Anyway, Anakin should be super fucking high, but Darth Vader isn't Anakin.
Exactly, which is why I was saying Darth Vader rather than Anakin.
But the strongest person in the Force was a female Sith from like thousands of years ago.
Oh yeah, if we're talking like actual like legends, oh yeah, modern day are like zero power compared to them.
But then again, I think that's also trying to show that when people had to survive using it, when you had to survive constantly, and using the power was what got you to survive, I think people were a lot more powerful then because it was a necessity. Just like in times of war, like the Jedis became stronger because they would have to utilize techniques and do things more often than they normally would. Normally they wouldn't pursue using the power, but then in times of war they had to, so they became more proficient in it. Okay, 100. But it's just like, I think also power rankings are a little bit bullshit, just kind of like they were with Dragon Ball Z. That's like they're more obtaining the potential for max output. Like if we were both to be shooting fireballs out of our hands, the person with the bigger number is going to have a bigger fireball. If we're both trying to force push each other, you're going to push me back. But if I know how to flip my blade around, better than you do, then you're going to die. Like, as long as I don't try to engage where you'd be stronger than me on it, your other stuff isn't going to help you much.
Yeah.
Alright, got most of the engines that we need now. Though we're going to need more steel beams because we're just about out and we're not even close to hitting what we need over here for this.
Alright, I'm currently just trying to use some iron ingots.
Well, we're about 1,000 out, so needs 12 per, so 12,000. I'll go grab some. Oh, I gotta rebuild my way to get down there. Or did you make this tube work? No, you did not. Alright. I gotta rebuild the tube network, I forgot. But
yeah, I didn't have any copper tubes on me at the time.
It's okay.
Have you guys read the Mistborn books?
No, it's on my list though. Mr. Weeks suggests them heavily. So
yeah, they're excellent. And it's quite interesting how they go about with magic.
I wonder if I'm ever going to reach an age where I'm going to feel comfortable with calling him Brent.
I'm sorry. You know that person?
Yes. He was a teacher of mine.
Who?
Really?
Not Mistborn writer. One of the other writers who's friends with him online. I'll talk back and forth all the time. Brent Weeks. He was a teacher of mine. In high school, he was a substitute and then became an actual teacher for our junior year, sorry. And then after high school, we talked quite a bit about his book before it released, and I went to his signings, was part of his Bible group for a little while when he was hosting a Bible group from George Fox that was an engineering-based look at the Bible, which is really neat, actually.
Yeah.
Went to that a couple weeks. That was really fun. Other than that, then just kind of talk to him back and forth on Facebook every now and again.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, I ended up listening to all 3 books of the series. It was
Well,
quite
I was
He's
going to
got
say,
tears.
I think I also had a teacher. I don't know if it was actually. I don't remember his first name because I never actually had him. There's a teacher at my high school that lasted me weeks. I can't remember what his first name was. But I was thinking that it's like, wait, is that the same guy?
Substitute.
Oh, you never
Morgan,
know. Could be. I mean,
I
we
mean,
do live similarly.
Exactly.
Close.
depending on your age, because he only subbed for about 4 years, so. But that's actually where I got to read his book. Cool enough. Basically, we made a deal where basically I could read his book that he had written. He had a printed off copy of it, and I could read it in class as long as I paid attention through his entire lesson that he was teaching, even if I knew what it was beforehand. And then afterwards, I was free to do it. Because he was subbing for math and science, and he went to school for English, and he didn't know anything really about the math and science that they wanted him to know. It's like, they need a substitute though, and I'm in, it looks like, so. It was great. He used to come up with games to get us interested in it by like throwing things at the, basically giving us things just to throw at structures. So it'd be like, oh, alright, if you get an answer correct, you can throw this pencil at, and then stack a couple books on top of something at this structure. Like, oh, okay.
Okay, let's do it.
I'd be happy with this solution. I like destroying school property. Not that I ever did.
Statute of limitation
Legally.
up.
You make it sound so
yes, okay,
good.
yes, statute of limitation up. Yes. No, so it's definitely too late for them to do anything about it now, but I broke a gigantic window at Southridge. Oh, I was with the group that broke it. I didn't personally break it, but I was definitely there when it was broken. For about 2 seconds, and then I was gone.
Well, yeah, that tends to happen.
No, basically, they had just put in the giant glass windows there, the 30-foot tall pane windows that are like double layered there to super protection and all that. I don't know if it's not bulletproof, I can tell you that. But anyways,
I want to hear this story behind not bulletproof. I can tell you that.
well, this is the same story here. So we're sitting outside, and they have these brand new benches that they just put in, and they literally put these metal spikes into the ground with these giant freaking chain going around it with a plastic cover. And so my buddy wants to stack up 3 of these in a way so he can do a skateboard trick on it, but we can't move them because the spike's in there. So we spend an hour and a half digging this spike up, and we finally come out, and it's not really connected right, so once you pull it out of there, you can just slide it off, and it became just a giant fucking metal spike on the end of a rope. So it was a really dangerous fucking weapon, but of course one of the buddies there decides that it'll be awesome to swing this around in a circle and let it go flying and probably impale somebody. So we're all like, oh shit, as he swinging, which way is he gonna throw it? Okay, what do we get behind? And then all of a sudden he lets go of it right as he's facing the school, and I see it going right towards that window, and I'm like, that's a very big metal spike at a very fast speed going at a very expensive window, and right through it. The first one, it punctured the entire thing, just shattered. The second one had a hole and some cracking going down all around from it. So it went right through the first layer, and then the second layer it kind of barely went through it and then cracked it a bit, but it was definitely ruined. And by the time the glass finished falling, I was already halfway across the parking lot leaving, just straight running, and I look back, and the only one who's sitting there still is the kid who was spinning around in a circle going to throw it because he was too dizzy to run, and he was kind of just staring what's going on. And so by the time I reached the other side of the street, I can already hear people yelling from inside at whoever's still out there. He runs and follows us over there. Cops show up and they start like circling the block and looking around for like 30, 40 minutes before they finally leave. And I go back over there because I just started driving at this point. My car is parked there. So my car is the only car in the parking lot. So I'm like, great. Like, obviously they're going to fucking look into this. Never heard a word about it. They didn't ask me. They didn't say why your car is there. Like, they didn't say anything. Like,
does the school keep a registration of who drives what car?
That wasn't my school.
Yes.
Oh.
I didn't go to school. My friend lived across the street.
Yeah.
So I just happened to be hanging out there playing games, and we went over there because we were bored and our friend wanted to do a skate trick. And yeah, it was just, yeah, definitely, probably a $3,000 or $4,000 window that we broke easily. I mean, easily that much at that time. Probably more. And then we broke a second one right there at the same time.
Second one.
So unless the cops have like a reason to search your car, they can't do it.
Well, again, not to search my car. I was just saying, I'm surprised that
to like actually look up who drives this car.
But I'm saying a car, the only car. It's a Saturday, right? A car parked at a school on a Saturday. Only car parked there. The only other people that were there were the people who worked there, and they were in the back parking lot who like park in the teachers' area and all that, where they have their own private area for it. So no other cars in the entire place, only my vehicle on there. There's a group of us show up in that vehicle, all hanging out, and then I leave the vehicle there, and I was so surprised that, I mean, I thought at the very least, but it was in my dad's name. The car was in my dad's name, so maybe they looked it up and went, yeah, we're pretty sure this, 50-year-old man wasn't out there bashing windows in for no reason, like. But yeah, that window, and about a month later, George Bush was coming to town to do a speech at that school, and so they had the window, of course, repaired by then. But some dude, like the day before he's gonna be there, starts flipping out and tries to hold his wife and newborn hostage, and so they like had all the cops in like the entire state, I swear, were all around there, and I just happened to be at my friend's house playing games, and all of a sudden they're just like door to door knocking, ding 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 ding. Don't leave your house for any reason. What? Excuse me? There's snipers on the roof around the area. Do not leave your house. We're like, what the fuck's going on? Turn the news on yet? Guy's got his wife held hostage with newborn held hostage, and SWAT's there. They're looking there. They had Secret Service involved because, of course, the president was going to be there in just a day, and they want to make sure nothing was some terrorist thing setting this up or whatever. It was just ridiculous, but they were swarmed over. It took them like 6 hours to get it resolved. When they finally do, they burst into there, and the dude's butt-ass naked, laying on the ground with both hands over his head. He'd been that way for like 30 minutes, apparently. Apparently he knew when they, like, once he knew the SWAT was there and they were going to burst in, he was like, well, I don't want to get shot. So he just stripped naked and put his hands on his head and laid on the ground. I was like, that guy is smart when it comes to getting arrested. Like, there ain't no way, like, he's got something in his hand. What, his dick? Like,
how do you know that's not a weapon of mass destruction? I mean, it's
Trust
legal
me.
in school zones.
That's what him and his wife were fighting over.
Oh, man. So I'm currently just throwing stuff, if you notice over here, what I've done to just use up stuff. It'll be torn down eventually when we get through it.
I'm just trying to go get more steel. I don't even know why I'm trying to go get more steel now. I just knew I need to go get more steel, and it's been so long trying to fucking fix the pathway to go get it that I forgot why I was getting it.
Wasn't it for like rotors or something?
I think I need
Like
steel.
you needed a bunch of steel beams.
Well, I mean, we still need a bunch of steel beams. Yeah, I need like 15,000 steel beams, but I know there's something else more pressing that I was also about to get. I'm just going to get a bunch of each of them, but... Oh, motherfuck! I just need a power. I need a power.
Hmm?
There we go. Like I needed someplace to power the line from. Whee! I also just remembered that I did build a whole path line here to get there, so I could have just walked across. There we go. I'm saying we got 2 minutes.
Yep. But if you notice, on the far side where we had the Xmas stuff, by the tree, I just put in some assemblers just to use up some metal ores and ingots.
Oh god. Shut up, phone. I'm not accurate tonight. I'm not going to bed. Yeah, so my working for the state, they give you a ridiculous amount of time off, like absolutely ridiculous. So I've like decided to take a day off of work, probably every week now until like summer. So like until the end of summer, but yeah, it's just a little odd to me. I was just like, why? What the fuck? Okay, there we go.
Like how many days exactly?
Well, I get first, of course, the 8 hours of sick time every month that I get accrued. Then I get an 8 hours of a vacation that I also accrue. Then they also give me yearly. I get series of days that I just get off on there. And then on top of that, I also, every 6 months, I think I accrue a bonus week of vacation. So, yeah, like by the end, I'm getting 2 weeks every year from just the bonus. And then every month I get another, I get another 12 days. So I get, in total, 26 days off a year between sick leave and that I can take. And it's just... That's good. That's a lot. Like,
yeah.
So I feel like if I just take a day off every week, then I just won't ever go crazy at the job.
Well, how many days do you work a week?
I mean, I work 5 days.
Just take a 3-day weekend every week?
Well, I can't take the weekends. That's the one problem, is that Fridays and Mondays are always booked in. The people who have worked there for years almost always have like 60 days of vacation built up because they just stop using them at some point and they just only use the bare minimum they can each time. So they always ask theirs 6 months out. So they plan their next 6 months of vacation times in there, and then each month they'll put it in, but they're always riding like the edge of their overall. So if they need to or want to, they can be like, oh, I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks and get paid out for it. Like working for the state, it is the longer you're there, the more ridiculous it gets.
Yes.
I had an interview for a construction chemical plant on Monday.
Ooh, good luck with that.
Yeah, it was just on your guys' side of the river.
Come to our side of the river, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I could work all the way out in Beaverton, or not, in Hillsborough. There's lots of chemical engineering jobs out in Hillsborough, but that's like a fucking hour drive.
It's right next
one
to
way. House. I don't want to do an hour drive every day just to get to work.
Yeah. And that's during COVID.
True. What I was going with this is that if I get the job, maybe once COVID is over, we can all go grab drinks sometime.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
If COVID ends and I'm still around, that is.
Well, I might be getting a shot here soon. Possibly.
Well, I don't know if I'm getting the job. There's still a lot of variables, at least on my end.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, we have a couple other candidates we're going to interview. We'll let you know, though. It's like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Although I have to say, I've never had an interview where I didn't get the job that I remember.
Mm-hmm.
So, usually I either don't get an interview, or if I do get an interview, I get the job. But we'll see.
Yeah.
I think it's also one of the first times I've not been offered a job on the spot.
I have had 3 times where I've interviewed where I didn't get the job. One was to Tokyo Electron, where my cousin works, and they were gonna hire me. Like, it was very, very close, and I was like, I could feel like I was a good option on them. And then they had someone who was like 20 years of experience who lost their job at Intel, who was like, hey, I need a spot, and they're like, fucking hired. It's like, aww. Another one, I was way underqualified. I thought I was applying for a different position, and they kind of just dismissed me afterwards, just like, yeah, you weren't who we thought you were. Like, we thought we were looking for someone a bit more experienced. Like, yeah, I know. I realized I obviously applied to the wrong position within the company, and that doesn't bode well for my chances of getting the actual position. And then the one time I actually got disappointed was because I had to take a drug test for it. Expected to pass, did everything, and I hit 17 parts out of a million, and the 10-panel test looked exactly for that amount.
Oh.
My mom...
Should I ask what drug?
Oh, weed. Marijuana.
Okay.
The only drug you would ever find in my system. Which I don't consider a drug, because I live in it in enough space where it's no longer a problem. If now, that wouldn't even be in the registered amount now. As the 10 panels they look for is 49, I think is what it is, 49 parts per million in Oregon, because they understand that you could come across literally people who are smoking, and you can get that much in your system. Like 30, if I remember right, 17 parts per million is the absolute max you could naturally have in your body for THC, but for the test to set off on there before it goes, okay, there's no way that you just got this. You had to be standing next to someone who's fucking smoking, or smoking yourself if you have this much in you.
Mm.
No amount of liver or kidney infection is going to cause that.
So, question is, where would I find...
Weed is on every street corner nowadays. Why?
No, the save game.
Okay.
Save file?
Yes.
We'll figure that out another time. You don't have to worry about getting it to me tonight. Well,
Let me. I'm assuming you're saying this because it's time for you to go to bed.
well,
I need to.
Yeah, and
So, let me finish off one more thing because I'm about to get my base steel production up.
Okay.
So hopefully I never have to raid your guys' base again.
I'll believe that when I see it.
Well, man can dream, can't he?
Well, you're gonna have. You might have to come by anyway because you die.
You mean like I almost just did?
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, I have copper, so I have wire, I have cable, I have copper wire, I have copper sheets. I'm going to attempt to get my steel beams and steel pipes up and running.
Hmm.
I'm going to see really quickly before we log off. What are we at for the numbers up here? I know we got enough motors to do what we need to do now for the one project. We need 200 plastic, 200 rubber to get industrial manufacturing. And We're about 650 away from the versatile framework being done. We need 500 modular engines and 100 control adaptive units. Still, don't even know how to make those ones. Oh, we can't even make them yet. That's why.
In what?
Or is that the ones that require 3? That motor and the modular thing?
Don't know. Yeah, that requires 3.
Okay.
We currently need industrial manufacturing first.
That is okay. Well, Havok, if I decide to play this next week and you want to join, I'll come over and we'll power up your entire base. Because I have 65 of those power cores on me.
Don't know if I need that many.
Yeah, but it's saying we can power up anything that you need to power up.
Yep.
You can power up all your power, so it's maximizing its power.
Well, the power is maximized as of right now.
Oh, okay.
Because we can't get more coal to it unless we... Yeah. So right now the power... The coal power is all maximized as high as it's going to get right this second. What the fuck is that game?
How long till you are ready, Havok?
Probably 5 minutes.
Okay.
Just leave the server up when you log out.
I need to connect this iron. And I just cut myself off.
We can't even build the thing that puts 3 things together, huh?
Yeah, we can. I think, or maybe it's after this.
Oh yeah, no, we can't. We need to have this next level finished first. We need 200 plastic, 200 rubber, I think.
Well, if you guys bring me stuff for if you guys bring me stuff for oils and God, I cannot speak right now because I'm focusing. If you bring me the stuff for refineries and oil processing, can't think of what it's called right now, and I can't look. Almost. Need to build 4 more things.
What does it take to build those oscillators? Iron plate, 20 kilo, quartz crystal, okay. Oh shit, oh shit. Oh, good shot.
Wait. Steel pipes, steel beams.
You good? You good?
Fuck. Yeah, you might have to save. I need to go make pipes.
Okay. I'm gonna save and quit.
Okay, I'll at least have 100 so I can finish this off.
Alright, you guys have a good night.
Yeah.
Yep.
Later, later. And that'll be my stream for the moment as well. I'm gonna play some Hearthstone tomorrow during the day because I have work off. If anybody wants to join me and play some games tomorrow, they are welcome. Let me see if I can put you guys to anybody. Since there's 3 people watching, might as well throw them to somebody. Someone's out there playing. Bones. Oh wait, Finnegan. We're going to Finnegan. He's actually playing. Oh my god. I cannot believe. I'm sorry, but Finnegan's on. He actually is on. What? No, that's not an invalid name. I know it's a valid name. Oh, it's because I spelled it wrong.
Probably had a capital or a...
No, he. So we found out that for years he was spelling the name wrong. That he was named after a character from something, and then we watched the movie, and we were like, "Ha, it's spelled the other way." Well, then in the credits, it spells it a different way, and so we were confused. And then we looked it up online on IMDb; it has it spelled a third way. So we're like, "What the fuck?" Like, all right, so like it's just a matter of which way he spells it. And he doesn't probably stream very well yet, but we'll see what he does now. Raid now. Raid time.
Oh, okay. So I got basic steel, basic copper.